Hi Scorpio, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. Thank you so much for all of your support. With that said, if you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's see what the week ahead has in store for you. Also, if you want to get the monthly newsletter, which is the general overview reading for the month, you will only get that if you are on my mailing list. You can find the link to join that below. With that said, your destiny card for the week is the High Priestess, right? I was wondering when this lady was going to show up. And it's interesting because if you check out the weekly general overview, although this whole week is going to be very intense, there's nothing surreptitious, there's nothing underneath. It's just going to be a whole week of what you see is what you fucking get. Like, bam, it's all out there, right? Whereas the High Priestess, she's bringing hidden things to light in your world, right? So for you, Scorpio, this is about you coming by information that you wouldn't have been privy to otherwise. It could be your dreams, it could be psychic impressions, it could be as simple as you reading the energy in a room, right? This does suggest that there will be knowledge and information making itself known to you this week through intuitive means. And the fact that it's the Destiny card means that this week you will be learning what is effectively a big piece of the puzzle for you, whether this relates to your work, whether it relates to a relationship, whether it relates to a project that you're working on, or anything of that sort. It kind of suggests that there is going to be, and it's not so much a revelation, it's going to be more a case of it's a piece of information that just seems to make everything else click into place. So let's get some context. What is the High Priestess revealing to you? What is she sharing with you? What is it likely to relate to? And this week you get the Queen of Wands, right? So Queen of Wands is an Aries, a Saggy, or a Leo female. And she, excuse me, my bloody allergies is killing me, right? And the joke of it is it's raining at the moment, right? And even still I'm like, luckily my eyes aren't swollen today, which is always nice. So as a direction, the Queen of Wands, who is she? She's an Aries, a Leo, or a Saggy female, as I mentioned, right? What she tends to rule is where your boundaries need to be reaffirmed, where they need to be reset. This could very well see you learning something this week that spurs you on. Now, it doesn't have to be something negative or something difficult or something hard, but it will very likely be a piece of information that makes you say, right, I can do more than this. I can do better than this. I can stretch and broaden my horizon. I can get out there and do more. The Queen of Wands is fun, feisty, vibrant. She is all things, right, to all people when she needs to be. And she's the person that is very most likely, I mean, the Queen of Swords, definitely, but the Queen of Wands is the one that's most likely to stand up for other people. She's most likely the one to stand there and say, you know what, if you're not going to defend yourself, I will defend you. I'll be fucking offended on your behalf. Like, this is crap. And she will be the person to speak out. The fact that this comes up as your direction, the other thing with the Queen of Wands, she likes to be seen, right? She likes to be acknowledged. This is really interesting because the High Priestess, she doesn't speak. She holds things back, right? Whereas the Queen of Wands, she puts it all out there to see. So, the interesting dichotomy that you have going on here is you're learning by intuition. And the other thing with the Queen of Wands, she's very connected to the mysteries, right? She's very spirited. She has that otherworldly sensuality about her. Very similar to the Queen of Cups in that respect. But with the High Priestess as your destiny card, it's like some piece of information is coming forward. And that piece of information is going to set you into overdrive, right? Whether you're male or female is irrelevant. This Queen of Wands is talking about your path, right? And what she's basically saying is, once you have this piece of information, you are going to act decisively and you are going to adjust accordingly. So this week, Scorpios are the ones to watch out for. I mean, it's going to be a really heavy and intense week anyway, and you guys do heavy and intense better than any other sign, so it makes total sense to me that you guys will shine this week. Right, you're just going to take that energy and be like, yeah, let me show you how we transmute shit up in here. I love it. So let's have a look at your insight. You got the Hanged Man, right? So the thing that, and I was actually toying around with saying this, so this is possibly like Tarot's way of pointing at me and going, so what I wanted to say to you is this secret that you are likely to learn may not be one that you know, there's a part of you that may be like, well, I'm fucking shouting this shit from the rooftops. There may be some aspect of it that will be better left unsaid, right? And the reason I say that is because sometimes just knowing what you could say is enough. Sometimes you don't have to verbalize it. Sometimes just knowing it is enough, right? Sometimes just knowing what you could say is enough. And I've repeated that enough times so that hopefully you kind of get. It may very well be that the secret that you learn this week isn't yours to share. And it may be that you have to wrestle with yourself over whether you are going to share this or not. Obviously, if somebody's being hurt, if somebody's in danger, if it's anything to do with that, you open your mouth and sing like a bloody canary. If it's not that sort of thing, and it just happens to be, you know, something about somebody's personal life, or, you know, whatever, or maybe even some way for you to get ahead at work, utilize the information as you choose. Just don't, just ensure that nobody else gets hurt in the process. Right, that's where the karma then starts to need to kick in, right? And that's the only thing that I'll say on that. The other thing with the Hanged Man, sometimes the best way to get what you want is to do nothing. And this is why I say, you know, sometimes just knowing what you could say is plenty. And sometimes if you utilise that information behind the scenes, you adjust accordingly, you'll get way more out of it than if you go around sort of talking about something out of turn. The other thing is as well, if you learn something this week that pertains to somebody that you know, somebody that you love and care about, and you think, well, I'm going to confront this person because I feel like they should have told me, don't, because the chances are they will come to you. You don't need to do that. You won't need to overstep the mark, and you will see, because the chances are they will come to you to divulge whatever this is to you, right? This is going to be a week where you really do need to act with a lot of diplomacy and tact. Even though you transmute energy better than any other sign in the zodiac, it's true. Even you will need to be cautious this week. It's going to be a very intense week for all of us. So hold on to who you truly are and act from that place. All right? I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know if it's... Actually, don't let me know. You know, let's not talk about anything that, you know, if it's something to do with you that you feel comfortable to share, please feel free. Otherwise, email me. Lots of people do, and I'm totally open for that. Take care. I'll see you soon.